The knowledge on how to create 3D appliques is a fantastic skill set in monetizing beading. In today's video, I'll be teaching us all a particular beading pattern that we can incorporate into different styles in order to monetize our beading skills. If you've been interested, please continue to watch, like, share, and subscribe. Hi friends, and welcome to another tutorial. Today we'll be making a 2D applique and I'll be carrying you guys along. I have this leftover piece of reinforced velvet fabric. I've used it in multiple videos over the past couple of videos I must have shared on the channel. So this is just the little piece I have left and I want to use it for today's video. I have this pattern drawn out. You can take a screenshot if you want to replicate this particular pattern. I'll give you like 2 seconds to take the screenshot. All right, so this is the pattern I'm going to be using to create this 2D applique, and these 2D appliques can be incorporated into anything that you like. You can add it to your headpieces, you can use it to make a neck piece. I'm going to put a sample of a headpiece and neck piece that was created out of a 3D applique that is similar to what we have here. So the choice of what you do with your 3D applique is yours. So my job is to come with tutorials, teach you how to make it, and then what you do with it is your call. All right, so I have my pattern here, like I said earlier, and I have my little piece of fabric. I'm just going to grab my fabric pencil. I got this pencil off of AliExpress, and I'm going to just draw out this pattern on this piece of fabric. All right guys, so this is what we have here. The next thing I'm going to do now is to cut this from off this fabric. All right guys, so this is what we have here. The next thing I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and secure the edges of this particular piece of fabric using my cup chain, and the cup chain of choice is this one I have right here. You can use any color of cup chain you like. If you even have a matching red cup chain, you can use it for this, but I have this golden one, so that's what I'm going to use. I'm just going to roll out a little quantity and then secure the edge of this piece of applique using my cup chain. Alright guys, so this is what we have so far. I've gone ahead to attach my cup chain to the edges. Now I have some cloth stones here. I believe I've shown us these cloth stones in the video where I gave us like a haul of my stash. So as usual, as you guys know, with my cloth stones now, the new trick I found is I'll first of all secure it to the spot where I want to tack it onto using a little bit of glue before I now go ahead to sew it. This just helps with just ease when sewing on the cloth stone, because they tend to move around a lot, but with this way, when you've used your glue to secure it to where you want it to be, tacking it onto the fabric becomes easy peasy. And with the glue, you just need a little dollop of glue, nothing serious. Now that I've secured my cup chain, I'm just going to simply grab my needle and thread and then tack them onto this piece of fabric. I don't have to do that on camera, and even if I do it on camera, I'm going to just do a sped up montage of it because I believe I've shared a tutorial on how to tack cloth stone onto fabric. So if you're new here, check out that video so you also learn how to tack cloth stone onto fabric. So I'm just going to move to that right away. Alright guys, so I'm done tacking the custom onto the pattern that I made. This is what we have here. So now it's time to bead all over this portion. If you don't want to bead, if you just like your stuff simple, you can stop here and move on with life, but that's not the reason why you guys clicked on this video. You want to see me bead, you want to see how I combine my beads together, and that's what we're going to do. So for today, I'll be using my sand beads in color red. So I have two different colors of red seed beads. So I have this watercolor. They call this type of bead, these beads that are kind of like see-through, they call them watercolor beads, and they come in different colors. I have the purple, I have the blue of this type of watercolor bead, and I have the plain red. This is like the tomato or pepper red kind of red, like the true red. They are both color red, but you see that there's like a different vibe to their color payoff. So yeah, I'm going to be using a combination of these two types of sand beads. I'm also going to be using my crystal beads, of course, because you guys know that crystal beads, they typically add sparkle to your work. So I'm going to use some crystal beads, and I also have my sequins here in color red as well. I really don't know the type of beading pattern I'm going to use. I'm just going to use a bunch of... Alright guys, sorry, I got a call and I had to go collect a delivery package. I was saying that you need to... I would be using a combination of different beading patterns. I have tutorials, I have beading tutorials, quite a number of beading tutorials at the moment. So please feel free to check out my beading tutorials. Practice these beading tutorials, okay? Don't just watch and move on. Practice them so it helps you just discover new stuff. There are even some things that I did in my video that you might even know a better way to do it, right? So practice these things and try it out on yourself. So anyway, I said all that to say that I'm going to begin beading on this portion of this particular, what do we call it now? Piece of applique that I'm working on. And after that, I'm going to show us how you can incorporate it in different ways. For this portion of the video, I won't be talking. I'm going to give you guys a slow-paced montage of everything I'm doing. I'm also going to try my best to leave screen text. If there's something I'm doing that requires explanation, I'll pause and talk to you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like this video as you're watching it right now. Like and comment sparkle, okay? The comment for today's video is sparkle. Comment sparkle so I know you made it up to this point in the video. If you have questions for me, please feel free to drop it in the comment section and I will respond to you as soon as possible. Let's get to work. Okay guys, so this is what's the end result of this 3D or 2D now, because this is not really 3D. It's still, can you see how it's falling over? If I add like copper wire to it and give it more structure, that's when it becomes 3D. But for what I want to use it for, I don't necessarily need it to be 3D. I'm fine with this 2D. This is what it looks like. Incredibly stunning. It can serve, I can transform this into a brooch. For those that don't know how to make a brooch, I have a tutorial. I can make this into a headband. So I'm going to leave some inspiration on the screen. There are certain types of headband where they use like a combination of these types of applique and they make it into something fantastic. A very wonderful designer out here in Port Harcourt that makes these types of headpieces is Didi Luso. She's located here in Port Harcourt and she's amazing. You guys should go follow her. She's on Instagram if you like. And yeah, so I digress. This is where this applique led me to. And I like it so far. I did a combination of the overlapping beading pattern over here. I tacked the cloth stone here as I showed you guys. I also did a straight beading pattern using sequins and crystal beads. I think you guys can see it. So I have one sequin and one crystal bead here like so. And I also did the overlapping beading pattern here over here. And I did just a bunch of different things. You guys can take a screenshot of what we have here and let it inspire you to make your own headpiece. This is what it looks like. This is the end result. You can even make a bunch of these types of applique and then just stick it onto your wrapped headband and make it into a headpiece. There's many different ways in which you can transform these appliques into something amazing. And I know someone is going to ask me, oh Fumbi, can I stick this onto a dress? For this method of beading, I don't necessarily recommend it for a dress, except you're making it into a 3D applique and it's just going to stand on the dress as a form of design. It's your call ultimately, but if I wanted to do this on a dress, I would get a large tambour ring or tambour table. There are tambour tables. If you can do your research, there are so many businesses where they teach people tambour beading. A major company that does this is Every Atelier. You can check Instagram for Every Training Center. They teach people tambour beading in detail. Okay, feel free to check them out. Most of these plugs that I'm plugging you guys in, I'm doing the Lord's work on here, so please like this video. Okay, so yeah, check out Every Training Center. They teach tambour beading and you just go through their page, you see inspirational videos. So as I was saying, if I were to do this on a dress, I would get a large tambour beading bead on the fabric after making the dress. It's a whole conversation, right? I don't think we are going to be able to talk about that in today's video, but as it is right now, you can either make this into a brooch, okay, even a hair accessory. You can make it into a hair clip and add some clip behind. If you guys want me to make a hair piece, like a hair pin or something on the channel using one of these types of applique, let me know. Comment hairpin. I know I've told you guys to comment sparkle before, but comment hairpin as well, so I know you guys want that video and I'll work something else for us, but I digress. You can make this into a hair accessory. Yeah, it works. You can make this into a brooch. You can add this as a headband applique. So many different ways, but for today's video I'm going to share with you guys how I'm going to be using this particular applique that I have here. I'm trying to turn on my hot glue. So I have this red beret. I've been in my beret era in this 2023. It's people that attend my church that can attest to this fact. I'm in my beret era. I've been wearing a lot of berets to church. Last year, I was in my headband era, and I really need to make a major shout out to people that attend my church, the women in my church. I don't know, some of them watch my videos, some don't, but if you attend my church and you've ever bought a headpiece from me, thank you. God bless you. Thank you guys so much. Even on Instagram, on TikTok, you guys are just amazing. And the thing is, they don't stop there. They don't just patronize me. They recommend other people, because it's like in my church now, like most of the headband that I see people wearing, I made it for them, and it's so amazing. I'm so grateful and thankful to you guys. Anyway, I digress. I'm going to be adding this to this red beret that I have. It's going to serve as a form of design for this beret, and I'm going to style it for you guys to see how it's going to look if you ever go ahead to try this. So I'm just waiting for my hot glue to heat up, and then I'll just stick this onto this beret, and that will be it for this video. Even if you don't want to stick it on, you can actually like tack it on, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to first of all stick this on with hot glue, and then follow it up with tacking. And the tacking, I'm just passing my needle and thread through the open spaces just so it's sitting perfectly on the beret. I'm going to do that real quick off camera. Like I said, I'm just putting glue here, sticking it on, tacking it down, and then I will style this beret so you guys see how it's going to look if you go ahead to try this out. All right guys, so there you have it. That's how you can incorporate something like this into your regular accessories. I could have even made this into a hairpin, like I said, or a brooch. And now, as you guys can see, I added it to this beret, and it just took the beret from looking just plain and bare to looking really, really cute. I also styled the beret with this gorgeous, gorgeous dress. I've worn this a couple of times on the channel, so it's not new to you guys. I got this dress from Frida Cameo Style House out here in Port Harcourt. So that's it guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any questions regarding anything that I might have done in today's video, please do not hesitate to drop your questions down in the comment section after you have watched the video all the way through. Please feel free to share this video with a friend, like this video, and feel free to subscribe as well. If you're yet to subscribe, girl, what are you waiting for? Please join us. It's fun, it's educative, and very cool to be a part of the Funmibi Olawore family member on here on YouTube. You can also follow me on my other social media platforms. I'm active on Instagram and TikTok. I also have a Facebook page. If you're more of a Facebook girly or Facebook guy, please feel free to follow me on my other platforms just so you get other types of content from me as well. Why am I running out of breath? All right guys, thank you so much. See you in another one very, very soon. Bye bye.